We're Gus and Sue.
Yep.
And we've lived in this property for about 8 years. And when we bought it, it was a house situated at the front, a large house, with a massive block at the back. And within a few months of buying it, the thought came, there was a lot being said about the legislation changing for granny flats and that sort of thing. So that little spark was lit, and we sort of started to think about, maybe we could put a granny flat in the backyard. Over the last 20 years, really, the value of everyone's properties come up, and here it is, suddenly your backyard is sitting there. If you can turn that increased value into something, it's just a little pot of gold just sitting in your backyard, really.
Initially when we mentioned that we had a granny flat that was going to be rented, she said, okay, look, we'll start off at around $600. And we went, no, I think you really need to come down and have a look at this granny flat and see what you think. She walked down the pathway and looked at the garden and went, oh my God. And then she walked through the front door and was just blown away by the room that this granny flat has and just the finishes.
The financial side of things, we're looking at probably this prospect of be able to rent this property for around about $750 a week. So here you are, you've got something that's not only going to increase in value as things do increase, and you get your normal capital appreciation, but you're also getting your rents are going to gradually increase with inflation, hopefully. But you've got something that's actually paying itself off. There's a good prospect that in 10 years' time you won't owe anything on what you borrowed, and you've got this income. We could leave the front house, the bigger house, rented at a period in time and decide we want to travel, or we want to be away for 6 months. Let's move into the granny flat. It's only going to cost us such and such a week to do that. We've still always got a base and somewhere to live when we come back, and we can rent out the bigger house, not lose too much and live on that income in a way in the future. But so that's the granny flat story for us, really. Yeah.